Hello and welcome to Cicalia Botanicals. I am Lena and this is the first of many to come of monthly Horoscope readings. These Horoscope readings are meant to focus on a number of areas in one's life. I am gearing this more towards those working on wellness and growth in regards to psychic and mystic development, as well as entrepreneurial and business growth. If Spirit does guide me to speak in terms of love and relationships, or possibly even finances, I will do so. However, this is really geared towards a more general reading for the sign and more generally towards wellness, well-being, growth, mystic and psychic, third eye sight, and those with a business or creative goal or mindset in life right now. So without further ado, I'd like to start off our very first set of monthly readings with the sign of Aquarius. It is my own personal sign, so I've gravitated towards it. We're a little bit misunderstood, I think, in some ways. And I think that's because, as a whole, we differentiate, I think, more from each other than we do any other sign, as we are governed by two different planets that couldn't be any more different from one another. And we tend to either swing back and forth between the two or be more governed by one than the other. So two Aquariuses born at different times and in different places of the world, while at their core and their inner being may have a lot more similarities than are perceived by the outside world will typically view those two incredibly differently. Hence the confusion. So this particular reading, I'm starting off with Shadowscapes, my personal favorite tarot deck of the many that I currently own. I'm going to go about this monthly December 2019 general reading with the Celtic Cross spread. So for December 2019, general wellness and growth reading for Aquarius, where we currently stand, what is crossing us, what lies shortly behind us, and in the near future ahead of us. What crowns us or concerns us intellectually, something quite important to us, and something emotionally in the subconscious for this month pertaining to us as a whole. General advice for the month of December 2019 for Aquarius. What affects us externally that we really don't have too much control over. Our hopes and our fears for December 2019. And a general outcome for this month. Now before I flip those over, I want to go ahead and take this Living with the Feather Heart Oracle deck. This is one of my newer decks that I'm really loving and just beginning to become acquainted with. I wanted to use this Oracle deck and ask Spirit to provide us with an overall theme for the month of December 2019 for Aquarius. In Spirit, I don't read reverse cards, just so you know. It says, I am forgiving. And I do love this artwork. It's quite beautiful and unique. I highly suggest checking out this Oracle deck if you don't if you aren't familiar with it or you're looking for a new deck, I do really enjoy the perspective. It's quite unique. So now what I'm also going to do is use this Deviant Tarot deck as a source of clarification. So I'm going to go ahead and flip over the cards for you. Give me one moment here as my screen has gone black. I'm going to have to fix that. So taking a look here. Now what we have for us. All right, where we currently stand. So now please keep in mind, I'm really not focusing on love in this reading. This is more on personal, professional, and psychic growth development. So where we stand right now, we're currently the Eight of Swords. What's crossing us? The Fool. What is behind us? The Six of Cups. Shortly ahead of us, the Knight of Swords. In our thoughts, that would be the Nine of Pentacles. And then in subconscious or feelings, Three of Pentacles. Advice, Eight of Pentacles. Got lots of pentacle energy here. External forces, Four of Pentacles. Hopes and or fears, Ace of Wands. And then Death. Which in this deck is the Phoenix, which I read as rebirth, typically in all decks, but especially in this deck. Death is more of rebirth. So it's quite interesting that what we have crossing us, the Fool and Death, so new beginnings. So that's interesting. Also, so a clarifier for us, taking a look at what we have here. This is actually not too incredibly conflicting. We'll ask for a clarifier for that Death card. And probably the Eight of Swords, where we stand currently. Why are we in that Eight of Swords energy? So first, why are we in that Eight of Swords energy right now? And we get again the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting. So some strong eights energy, and then some clarification on the Death card. We have the Chariot. Okay. So now looking at this I Am Forgiving, as this is a new deck, I want to take a look, and I have my own initial feelings about what Spirit is saying with this card, but I want to take a look at what the creator of this deck has to say about this card. So bear with me here, as this might take me a minute to find. If you check out this book, has some beautiful artwork, really interesting insight in how to use an oracle deck and the different points of view that came together to create this. It's based in Egyptian, ancient Egyptian thought, symbols, principles, and she outlines a number of spreads you can use for an oracle deck. I typically pull one card when I use oracle decks, but you can go ahead and do spreads with them too. I'm throwing this at you just because I figure many of you read yourselves or have an interest in reading and an interest in learning. I'm big on learning and sharing things that I love and hearing about things that other people love. All right, so I am forgiving. There are 42 cards in this deck. All right, this is card number 28. All right. I am forgiving. Ho'oponopono. It's an ancient Hawaiian practice which is believed to have been passed down through oral tradition from sage wisdom keepers of days gone by. The practice posits that in actively seeking forgiveness for transgressions, the spirit is healed, the gods are pleased, and balance is restored in family, friendships, and community. The word Ho'oponopono, please forgive me for not saying that properly, I am sure, is loosely interpreted as mental cleansing. Family conferences in which relationships were set right through prayer, discussion, confession, repentance, and mutual restitution and forgiveness. In a modern iteration of this ancient medicine, a doctor devised the concept of self-identity. It has updated the ritual into a simple yet powerful exercise by stating, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. To the person from whom you seek forgiveness, you simultaneously forgive and heal yourself. This act of awareness can serve as a reminder to embody the ideal of I am forgiving, through the understanding that each encounter is but a looking glass for peering into your soul's reflection. Love the reflection, and the reflection will love you back. Condemn the reflection, and you may not like what you see. Forgive perceived imperfections and wrongdoing, as a heavy heart serves no one but the denser spirits of the underworld. In the divine architecture of experience, perhaps there are no mistakes, only lessons. To maintain a sense of divine harmony, remember to embody the ideal of forgiveness through tenderness, mercy, humility, and gratitude. Keep a feather heart by forgiving and letting go of the density of anger and judgment. The scale is best balanced with light and love. So that's the overriding theme for growth and wellness for December 2019 for Aquarius. So that speaks volumes, I think. Doing the self-work about where you need to forgive yourself and where you need to forgive others, what you need to let go of in order to heal and step forward into the future, your future self, your dream life. It goes on par with a couple of astrological events that are actually going on this month as well. Starting off with December 2nd, we have Jupiter moving into Capricorn, where it will sit for about a year and 2 weeks. This is very exciting for us, I think, as is really about getting us focused on the projects and the energy that are actually going to be beneficial to us, things that we can that aren't castles in the sky, things that can actually realistically come to fruition for us. These are achievable goals, and we're going to really, if we do the work, be able to set ourselves up for some significant and serious success, and that is incredibly exciting. And then we move on to December 12th, where the full moon goes into Gemini. So this energy for us could potentially feel a little destabilizing if we're not remaining incredibly self-aware both before and after this full moon. You're going to feel yourself a little restless, feeling a need for change, a really strong urge for the need for change. And if you haven't been doing the work and you haven't been digging deep inside to figure out where you want this change to go, you're going to be presented with some potentially very difficult moments and possibly be forced to think about these things, which never feels particularly good. So go ahead and beat that moment. That's December 12th, and start doing that work right now. If we're not already at the 12th, if we're already watching this and it's already past the 12th, forgive yourself for not doing the work. It's okay. Be kind to yourself and allow this to be the moment of opportunity. Allow this challenge to be a moment of opportunity to really kick your butt into gear and get moving forward and doing the shit that you want to be doing. This moon can also be a little bit distracting. So let's say that you have already gotten some of these gears in motion. You might see some shiny, pretty thing over here and think, oh, that looks great too. I should do that too. That's great. Write that down. Keep doing what you are doing. If that's still shiny and pretty by the time the new moon comes around 2 weeks later, sweet. Get to work on that too. Stay focused. It'll be a little bit easier with that Jupiter energy in Capricorn now too, to redirect that distraction maybe than it can at times, especially for us Aquarius that love the new and the shiny and the exciting. This is really a time to focus on commitment and taking stock of what's important to you and who you are and who you want to be. So the next date that I have coming up for us would be December 20th, with Venus moving into our own sign, Aquarius. So I know I said I wouldn't talk too much about love, but Venus is the sign of the planet of romance. And the planet of romance moving into our sign is really exciting. You might find a little bit more adventure in your love life, or friendships even, or adventure in beauty. Venus is the planet of beauty. You might decide to change your hairstyle, your wardrobe, get some cosmetic procedures done, some spa days, something that maybe you've not done before, and allow yourself to have some fun with luxury. And the following day we have the solstice, December 21st, which for some of us is a major holiday. For myself, I know that that is a bigger day for me than Christmas or the New Year. So for me is my own New Year. And that is a day when I go about setting my own intentions for the upcoming year. It's a very internally sacred time and day that I take seriously. So this particular solstice, the planetary alignments, you might find yourself though developing deeper connections with existing friends, or reaching out to friends to maintain those deep connections, and that's all wonderful and beautiful and encouraging. December 26th is the new moon in Capricorn. So now we've got this Jupiter in Capricorn, the new moon in Capricorn. This is a time for some incredible manifestations. So going back to December 21st for the solstice, you worked on those goals for your upcoming year. Now is the time to implement those things, or even the following day. So at December 27th is when we have the waxing moon energy beginning, and is a great time to launch those new regimens. Don't wait for the new year. I'd say December 27th. December 26th, do all that visualization, manifestation, spell work, and release it that next day on the 27th. This is going to be incredibly good for your professional projects. Really, really stay committed to what you have decided to put your energy into. New routines, taking care of yourself, your family, your friends, your business, your education, whatever is your focus right now, whatever you're choosing to commit to, stay strong and committed to it. these energies are really going to be behind you right now, and that's really exciting. So now circling back to our reading, taking a look at our overriding theme of I am forgiving and those astrological energies that I highlighted for us for this upcoming month, December 2019 for Aquarius. The way I see our energy moving here, Eight of Swords can be a difficult energy, but it's usually self-imposed. You might be beating yourself up about what you have or have not done, where you currently are versus where you want to be or feel you should be. The progress maybe you've really been working towards achieving really hard and getting nowhere at, and you're just really frustrated. It's a very frustrating energy to sit in. But the thing is that you have the power. You are the one primarily causing this frustration. And taking a deep breath and releasing that which you can't control, being real with yourself about what you can do in a realistic way, you will find that the frustration almost melts away and the work starts getting done. So what is crossing you is this leap into a new beginning. So I see a lot of you probably contemplating moving forward with something that you're really scared to move forward with, or you have all these objections or to internally and externally too, probably, and you're stuck in the muck. There's no real forward movement. So our clarifier for that Eight of Swords was the Eight of Pentacles, which is also our advice card, which is really about it's the apprentice card. It's doing the work. It's learning. It's not giving up. It's hard work. It is learning to master a new skill. So for all of you that are feeling stuck, that are feeling like you're not making the jump, it's really you have to focus on doing the work and realizing that you are still in an apprentice role. You are not a master yet. And there is a journey to getting to be to that place, and you need to allow yourself to learn a new skill and to maybe not be good right away. You might have been good at a lot of things in your life, and you're used to some things just coming really naturally to you, and maybe this particular thing is not, but it's meaningful to you. I'd highly recommend staying the course. If it's something that means something to you, keep up the commitment, keep doing the work. It's going to pay off. What stands behind us is the Six of Cups, so our childish dreams. You've probably reached a point, if you're listening to this, where maybe you've had some disappointments in life, that you followed some dreams that didn't pan out, or that, you know, the dreams you had in your childhood, it could be anything that you want. You realize while this is true, there are actual limitations on this. Societal limitations, background, financial, educational limitations, where you currently are. It's really hard to go from being in debt to being a millionaire or a billionaire overnight. I mean, that just doesn't happen. And getting real about those goals and starting to set yourself up with some more reasonable expectations so that you can actually succeed. What's right ahead of you? The Knight of Swords. You've got a lot of energy, a lot of thoughts going on right now that you are really going to start becoming aggressive about. You're going to be fighting for these things, and you're not going to apologize anymore. This is stepping into a zone where you might not be comfortable, and you're just going to do it, and that's exciting. In your mind, the Nine of Pentacles, this is I think, a pretty Aquarian card for pretty independent folks. This is really, you're thinking about, how do I become financially independent, emotionally independent, health in a healthy way, in a thriving, beautiful way. Being that, if you're a woman, that matriarch, it's a matriarchal energy. It's a queenly energy, and you're really thinking about that a lot, consuming your thoughts more than likely. Three of Pentacles, so that is teamwork, that is building things with people. So you're thinking, I gotta do this all alone, but you're feeling like, I don't want to do it all alone. There's people that can help me, there's people I want to help. So merging those two, finding a way to create your own path while working with others and for others. Bringing those two elements together. What you might not be able to help is you might have to become a little stingy about your resources. You're going to have to think about this month really being frugal with your resources, with your energy, with your money, even honestly keeping some aspects about your future plans really private. Maybe everyone doesn't need to know what you are working on right now. Maybe everyone does not have your back. Maybe some people aren't going to bring you up in the moments that you really need to be lifted up and supported. And you need to be clear about who those people are and only allow the general public or a broader audience to know about things when you know you're ready for it to happen. And it's probably not this month. You're really looking for a spark of new creative energy, and in your life too, a new spark of vitality. I see you searching for finding that joy in life that you either used to have or really have never had in a newfound way. And at the end of this month, there will be aspects of your life that will have died. Some of it might be scary, but I think, for the most part, no. I think you're going to have been wanting these things to happen, and you're going to be really excited about when they do indeed happen. And so this is clarified by the Chariot. So this rebirth is really taking you to new places. And you are going to start to see where this is going by the end of the month. I figure probably right at the end of the month. So do the work. Forgive yourself. Forgive others around you. But a genuine apology, right, is changed behavior. So don't just forgive yourself for not living up to your expectations. You need to change your expectations to be something reasonable, healthily reasonable, and then actually do the work. There's no more passiveness. You need to let go of the comfort zone. 2020 is going to be an incredible year, and we have a lot of really awesome energies from the universe working with us to make this happen, and you can really just step in and ride that flow. I'm really excited for Jupiter moving into Capricorn right at the beginning of the month. I mean, we have things lined up for us to go really well. And I want you to remember Any perceived setbacks this month are only happening because they are setting you up for your rebirth that is to come at this very end of the month. Possibly the very beginning of January, or if your energy tends to work a little faster, you know who you are, that might be even more like mid-month. This new moon on the 26th, some beautiful, productive, inspiring, and really motivating energy coming at us. So harness that energy and let it do some of the work for you. I'm so excited for you, for all of us Aquarius this month. It is coming up on the new year. We're stepping into the 20s, which is crazy. I'm really looking forward to doing more of these videos, and sometime near the end of the month I'll be posting the 2020 Horoscope reading for all of the signs. It's one of my favorite readings to do for myself and for clients. You can really get some general energy readings, and if you stay with it and you track it, it's really cool how it lays itself out and how you can really, knowing these energies coming at you in advance, you really can work with them to manipulate the energies, I want to say, to benefit you the best possible. So thanks for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again next month. I'd love to hear your feedback about how this month is unveiling for you. And I really wish you all the best. I wish everyone here so much happiness, good health, and incredible wealth. Thank you. Blessed be.